All right, here we go. Another trip. This is to a restaurant over the bridge and a couple different places from a parking space. So we're gonna turn it on. See if we can let us start. If I can just get, there we go. Give it a little bit of gas. Here it goes, full self-driving from start to finish. Let's see if it can take us there and maybe even hop in a parking space too as well. See how that goes. There's a little complicated spot here. This is a blind spot over here, so a lot of people can come right through there and it might not even see them, but looks like it's did fine. It's okay with it. Good. Oh, this is a pretty good angle. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good angle here too. Alright. Cop behind me, see him? I can always just say I'm not driving. I'm not driving. This car's driving. I don't think that would work. Oh man, it's impatient. It's gonna pass on the right. So this is kind of complicated. I don't like this. I don't like, I would just stay back there if it was up to me, which in all actuality, if you would turn on this, minimal lane changes, it wouldn't do this, but I'm just gonna let it do average and just do its thing. So right now it's probably gonna eventually find its way over to the left lane. About a half a mile from the turn. There guy's coming right up on me, so really it would just kind of was a waste to hop over this lane. Some of these decisions it makes, I'm not exactly sure why, and I always like to know the reason why it does some of these things, but I'm not sure why it would do some of these choices, Some construction here, but nothing that has anything to do with our spot. This is cool too. This is probably one of my favorite features, where you can see who's next to you. So like this is the camera on the left side. So pretty much the camera, it's right here. If you zoom in, it's looking this way. So down here, there's one there too that looks back there. A reverse camera, so you can see things that are going on behind you. And that's kind of cool. I usually keep it down here out of the way so I can see the whole intersection. I guess the goal of a lot of these videos is just to see how much interaction somebody would have to do to get where they're going. So it's kind of like a test, to see what they can handle and what it can't handle, and kind of, what is uncomfortable sometimes, if it doesn't stop fast enough or if it takes a weird turn. It's gonna take us, I think, it's gonna take us through a pretty complicated kind of a neighborhood. Not really, it's like an old neighborhood. So it's kind of like weird turns and weird angles, and we'll see, because this first one coming up right here is actually kind of a weird angle. There's like two ways to go turn right here. You can turn really sharp right, or you can go like kind of veer off. So if you see it there's the veer off right here, and there's the right turn. Ooh, look at that. It's just like at the last second said, oh, there's two turns here. So that's funny. Okay, bright lights on automatically. So it's kind of just cruising through here. 30, it's going 34 into 30, which is fine. I guess it's not a big deal. Not a stop sign for us, it's a stop sign for them, but it's kind of good. Actually, I didn't really fall for it, didn't really think about it. Good. I have a new mount. This mount is actually really stable. I'm curious to see how this turns out. I had another mount, and the mount was just awful wiggly and stuff like that, so it didn't really work too well. This one's solid double suction cup. If it works good and it lasts well, I might post what it is, because finding a good mount is so hard to do for phones. I mean, you can find a mount that works for like GoPros and stuff all day, but when it has something to do with with like an iPhone, it's hard to get something that it fits perfectly on here, but it fits pretty good. So this gets a little complicated. Now there's going to be a one-way, and then it's got to kind of go down the right direction. So here, this is the main strip, which goes both ways, traffic both ways. The next one is one way, and so let's see what it does. So far, it's been pretty good, this recording session. Good. This is the one way. Nice, thorough stop. And here it goes. This is all one way direction here. Tracks up here, and then for the most part it's pretty straightforward. This very far end lane is a left turn only right at this light. That means that you can't go straight, so that would be the only thing that I would maybe think you would have to have. You have to go left if you're in that lane, because the road literally ends into the sidewalk there. Oh, look at that. So that means there's a software update that needs to be downloaded right here. Please connect to Wi-Fi to download the software update. So that's pretty cool. Oh, it's brand new. I didn't see that the last time. There's a lot going on here too. There's like split offs and other side and turning lane, and there's just a lot going on there. That car is riding on the sidewalk. Get back on the road, buddy. It's not really doing that. That's just what it sees. Got bit by some bug or something on my feet or my ankle. Did you get chewed up by bugs? No? I mean, this is doing really good. It's doing really good as of lately. So this piece is going to be on the left. So, those are nice lights. Those are cool lights. I think it was the house actually. There was a house, somebody ran into the house. Well, look, it doesn't want to get behind people. It wants to get in the lane where it can just kind of zoom past people. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, there's a car that ran into that house, and they didn't fix it for like years. They just put up a piece of wood, and it, like somebody actually crashed into the house pretty bad. It's kind of interesting. It's interesting. It didn't want to stay behind this car. It didn't want to go back here. It wanted to be on its own. I mean, it still accelerates pretty fast, you know. I wish it would just be a little bit slower. Pretty straightforward here, not too much going on. I think to get to this restaurant, I'm trying to think where it's at. How does it have to get to it? It's I think it has to go a U-turn. I think it has to go up here and make a U-turn at some point. It has to do some sort of, because it's on the other side of the road and not where there's really a lot of turning lanes. So we'll see what it does there. Best car wash place. Actually, I need a car wash today. I didn't even get one. I need to charge this bad boy too. I charged it for a few days. That's a cool thing about this car is when you go home, you just say, all right, I'm gonna plug it in and charge it, and it charges at a certain time that you designate. So I have it go on at 10 o'clock at night to the morning to like 7, 8 o'clock because that's when the power is the cheapest, and so it charges at that time. So it's gonna go left and then it's gonna make a right. So it's gonna make this left turn and then cruise to the right. So let's just take a peek at that maneuvering here. So you can kind of see its maneuver. It's gonna make a left, go across, make a left, and go into the parking lot of the restaurant here. So we'll see how it goes. Love that view. That's awesome. So it just sees more than you could see. You know, it just sees a lot more than you could ever see. Kind of, I mean, you could see all this obviously, but it does it all. And like any pedestrian, any person that's on this intersection, it sees, you know, well ahead. And it's nice having a second pair of eyes. This is what I would miss, I think, from if I bought a different car. I think I would miss this part about it where it was just really safe and really thorough, and it sees everything it needs to see, you know? And the full self-driving. I hope that starts to become standard in a lot of cars. So I got a green light. Okay, I hesitated a little bit. Here we go. Now we make a right. Now up here, this traffic has a stop sign. This traffic does not. So we should be able to just kind of cruise right through there. Oh, okay. So that's a missed turn. So this is the CVS parking lot. This is the drugstore parking lot. Is it gonna go left and cut across? Look at that, it's so polite. It's so polite. That was nice. All right, so now we just have to go straight. That was kind of a weird thing, but I guess it wasn't bad. Oh, nope. It doesn't know where it's going. I don't think it's gonna actually be able to find it. So let's see what it does. It's gonna do it all over again. If it does it over again, we're gonna have to intervene. And that would be one intervene so far. I mean, I can't argue with these complicated sort of little turnoffs and stuff. I can't argue with it, but let's see what it does. So there's a lot of blind spot here too to see left. See if it does it. It's still looking. Wow, it's very cautious, and then it figures it out and says it can go. Here's where we're at again. Let's see. Coming in hot. Alright, so we're gonna see if it does this turn again. Yeah. Tesla. If I just let you go, if I got out of the car right now and hit auto drive, you would just be driving in circles. Sheesh, that's not good. So let me just make sure it's gonna confirm that it's gonna turn right here. Yeah, there goes the blinker. Okay, so whoops, I'm not going reverse. Let's intervene here and let's go straight. So that's just one time. All right, not a problem. Let's see if it'll park. Let's see if today it'll park into a parking space without crushing the curb, without requiring me to jump in and do something. How about right? Let's go around the corner. We'll do one of these ones here. How about?
What?
Yeah, I see it. Oh, that's okay. All right, let's go. Whoops. Start. Okay. Maybe not. It's getting complicated here at the place here. All right, I guess that counts as it.